North Korea warning, Kim Jong-un setting trap for Donald Trump with peace offering. North Korea's unexpected offer to reopen diplomatic channels with South Korea could indicate Kim Jong-un is setting up a trap to divide the United States from its allies, former Barack Obama aide Michael H. Fuchs warned. North Korea signaled leader Kim Jong-un would be available to defuse the dramatic tensions that have been fueling World War III fears within the international community. But Mr. Fuchs said the rogue nation could be setting up a trap for U.S. President Donald Trump, trying to drive a wedge between Washington and its allies in South Korea. He said, everything done by North Korea needs to be viewed with a healthy dose of skepticism. Unfortunately, I think President Trump is falling into the trap that Kim Jong-un is setting for him in trying to divide the two allies from one another. The only danger here, by the outreach from North Korea to South Korea, which clearly is intended to drive a wedge between Seoul and Washington, is that Seoul and Washington are not on the same page. The former Obama aide said World War III remains avoidable as long as the partnership uniting the U.S. and South Korea stays unaffected by peace offerings from North Korea. Kim Jong-un recently indicated North Korea would be sending its athletes to compete at the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang and use the occasion to discuss diplomatic resolutions to the conflict dividing the two Koreas. Mr. Fuchs told Sky News, there will be no effective approach to the North Korean threat without the United States and South Korea moving in lockstep. As long